renarspodcast.
When people ask me, how do I get into stunts? Take some boxing classes. Like, I just start with that. Get your rhythm. Get your rock. Get your moving. Get your slips. Get your jab. Like, look like you can fight.
It's crazy
first.
because I literally said the same thing.
Yeah, I just say boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, should I do just box?
Just box.
What about kicks? Just box. Don't even worry about
Just
kicking
box.
yet. Just box.
In the middle of the night. So what about a just box?
Just box. I don't want to hear it.
Shh. Yeah.
You know what I do hate the most? That people ask. Literally just got asked this yesterday. So what's the thing you hurt the most? What's your worst injury in stunts? I'm like, just because I want to be positive and I don't want to talk about injuries. Like, why would I want to just be like, oh, I did this and this? I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. Or it's like, it's just a weird question.
Same thing. I can't, because that's what they think that's. And it kind of makes sense that they ask that question.
It does make sense.
It does make sense, but it's just the repetition of how many times we've been asked that what pisses us off.
And then right after is, man, I don't know, I couldn't do that. Being hurt all the time and always hurting yourself and I'm like,
bitch, you don't know nothing.
You don't know the half, so shut the fuck up.
Most of my injuries I got offset. All of them.
Right.
Literally, broken wrists, everything.
How'd you break your wrist? When I walked offset.
And because, like, I mean, the great thing is, I'm not sure how about States. I presume the health and safety is still, high level. But in the UK, health and safety is just incredible. But also it depends what stunt coordinators you have. Wolfie, who we have right now. Wolfgang. And Timo. And George. Oh, fuck, I need to mention the entire team now. I don't know.
I forgot how to make a G.
But like they are so caring about our health and safety.
Oh,
and
absolutely!
It's amazing. And sometimes I feel like, please, I want to get hurt.
And it is so beautiful because you want somebody to be able to take care of you.
I thought you were gonna say you want somebody to get hurt. You
want
just
somebody to get fucked up.
And then I told you so.
No, but it's really nice because I guess there are people out there that are like, well, when we hit the pad, I'm talking shit, but when we hit a piece of cardboard, I'm like, I don't want to hit a piece of cardboard. I would like a mat, and I'm not afraid to say it. Because some people, I feel like they're like, oh, I do stunts, I do martial arts, I need to be tough. This isn't our black belt test. This is still a job. We need to have longevity, So, and it only makes all of us better. Like I don't understand the whole trying to make somebody a tough guy in a situation where they could get hurt. Like it doesn't sit well with me. And that's why I do love this team, because everybody just so happy, all smiles, keeping us safe.
And for people, for normies, like using that word. For normies, they don't see a lot what's going on, how we're doing certain things, but if a stunt performer gets hurt, something is wrong. Something's just wasn't planned properly. And nowadays, all the things where we can cheat and whatever, there's no reason for people to get hurt. And I think people should look at stunt performer, which I like this concept of like someone who is capable to adapt to all sorts of different situations. And it's remember there was a TV series Emulator back in the day. Emulator, this guy who just goes and learns the whatever profession he takes, and he just becomes amazing. So he just like this. What is that creature? Chameleon. Yeah, just adjust to whatever. That's what I like about stunts. And unfortunately, or fortunately, there's very often they would use only specialists in certain things. Right. Even though I learned how to ride a bike, I learned how to ride horses and all that stuff, and I wish to do that. But then when you get on set and then they show like what horse riders have to do and how high level it has to be, I'm gonna go like, no, it's okay. You can take this.
Every time I show up on set, they're like, do you know blah, blah, blah? I'm like, absolutely not. I don't know it. Like, let's just start from scratch. Teach me from scratch. That happened to me coming out of COVID. Film hit me up and was like, hey, we need professional horse riders. Are you comfortable? Are you good at riding horses? I was like, I'm beginner. I always say, because also in stunts, I never want to do anything that I don't know how to do.
Yeah.
And I never want to, I think it's been instilled in me very early on, like, just why do it?
Yeah.
Don't do it. You're going to look even stupider if you do it and you hurt yourself and they're like, wait, I thought she was good. So the horse riding thing came up and I was like, No, I've been on horses plenty of times, but I'm not going to tell you I'm a professional. I will say that I'm willing to learn and I'm not afraid of the process. He was like, thank you. I need people that know how to ride. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, shit. You know, it's one of those, I'm like, I should have lied. But then I'm like, no. Then I get another phone call. I get a phone call from Ben Scott. He was like, hey, have you ever done a fire burn? And I was like,
I gotta get on fire now.
I was like, fuck, don't lie. I was like, no, I've never done a fire burn. Like, same kind of situation. Yeah. Never done a fire burn, but I'm willing to learn. And then I'm like, he's gonna hang up on me. He was like, upside down? I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, I'm with it. He was like, okay, cool. Like, it'll be easy. And upside down is actually easier. Yeah. Flames go up, away from your face,
exactly.
whatever.
Exactly, much easier.
But it was nice that he knew.
All the gel just goes in your face.
Oh, man. I had a little situation, too. I had the little tube they had to put in my mouth because everything was getting all mushed around.
Because you had a mask, right?
I had a mask. I look like The Hills Have Eyes.
Hey, I love that movie. That movie scared the crap out of me.
That's what I look like.
That is crazy. So people, who don't know much about fire burns and stuff, so there are all sorts of preps. And if you do a full burn, as I understand, that was a full burn. So then you would have a cover face, and you have a special like silicone / rubbery mask which doesn't burn, and it also gets covered with the gel and all that shit. But like the partial burns are very different, and with the burns also, like they start getting out of the industry more and more because they use a lot of CGI now. Have you noticed that?
We just did a burn the other day, but the guy looked like he had Christmas lights.
Yeah, that's
and they
crazy.
just wrapped him. He looked like a little...
Yeah, and the people who specialize in burning, it's like it sucks for them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole industry is changing.
Yeah, but I hope, like, what do you think is going to become the last thing what they would struggle to replace with special effects or with the AI? What stunts could do?
What stunts, like?
Like, let's say, if you take anything like horse riding, bikes, blah, 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 so there are so many things they would be replaced. I believe that the last things that what they will be able to do would be genuine fights where you can see facial expressions and acting beats from the actors. And that is my forte and what I love the most. And that's why I hope that's going to stay.
Well, that's actually scary, I think, because once they get one reference video, and you do all the facial expressions, they just throw that in the computer, revamp them, and alternate them. You see all the AI stuff that comes out now. I was like, Denzel Washington is hitting this. He was like waving and rolling. I was like, oh, this is a whole AI situation.
That's why you need to do your little videos, and that's why I need to do my podcast.
Exactly. Keep it cute.
Be planned. But it's still going to be obvious for some time. I guess, like, eventually it's not going to be obvious. So do you think it's going to become that's it? Like, they're just taking over, we lose the jobs, or there's going to be some pushback, or is it going to be some fight, and we want our jobs back?
Well,
we had, like, these hip-hop competitions and stuff. I did hip-hop and I did karate at the same time. And I literally came up with this concept that I can dance hip-hop and make moves snappier and stronger and faster, just like I would do katas or the forms in karate. And I remember some of the dancers saw that, they're like, what the fuck? That's kind of new. Like, this guy just kind of like goes like, pam, pam, and like just, Did you feel that when did you realize you can put together the martial arts and the dancing? Was it helping to each other? Did you feel that?
I feel like mine more so helped with catching choreography.
Yeah.
From doing martial arts all my life, teaching all my life. And then once I remember going into high school and I was a junior and all the seniors, like, they was like banging out choreo. And I was just hitting it. And because martial arts, you have to be so clean, I was very clean with my movements, but I was also very, like you just said, like, I was very explosive.
Yep.
I was like always like so dramatic compared to everybody else. Like
super landing.
Dramatic. Yes.
Superhero landing.
Every time. So I think that's what caught my friends' eyes and people that were in class. It was like, who's this freshman, sophomore, junior, like learning all this stuff quick. And so
in your career, have you met some other, like, what would you say, ex-dancers, but they pick up martial arts and then they're like, wow, they're pretty good?
Yeah. One of the guys, his name is Remy. He used to dance for Pink.
Yeah.
I think he's French. I think he's... My bad, Rem, if you're not French, but I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
So he was a dancer. It was actually a lot of people that I didn't realize also did stunts because I met them through dance. And they would be like, come do stunts. I'm like, go away.
Yeah.
And then once I got into it, I was like, oh, that's why so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so was telling me to do it. And especially once I got my first check, I was like, what
That's
am
what
I?
just about to go to. Because dancers,
thinking?
as soon as they figured out how much fucking stunties make, and they're like, oh shit, I would need to bust my ass off like for how many tours and days just to make that cash.
Yeah.
And then and that's why we have a lot of ex-dancers in a stunt industry. But the interesting thing is, I really like when dancers do that transition and you can see like these advantages picking up choreos and whatever. But what kind of annoys me that a lot of these performers, they keep still dancing while they're fighting. So when you see them kicking, for example,
you can tell that they haven't
pointy toes and all that shit. And you like someone who comes from TKD background, you know exactly how to kick, but you can do that still as like a kind of dancey, smooth in the rhythm, and you can do that shit.
Right.
So I've seen probably like, I could count on my hands like how many dancers who transitioned, and when they do their first fights, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you could see it all over.
Yeah, straight away. And some of them, they're just so stiff as well, like kind of like about to do a pirouette or something. It's like, but some of them adopt, some of them still shit.
But it's true though. It's I was gonna say just like in fighting, but just like in dance. You're not going to be smooth unless it's like in you. You can't really explain it either.
Yeah.
So like I feel like with fighting sometimes the transition from dancer to fighter or whatever background the person has, you can just see.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, you just got here.
Yeah.
But kudos, you're working hard. You're doing, whoever's doing what they're doing is it's all good.
Yeah.
But you can, like you said, you could tell by the kicks. You can tell if the hip's not turned. You can tell if the punch like just goes real wide. They're here with it.
That's pretty cool. It's hard to find someone who on the same page and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's interesting stuff. But either way, dancing definitely helps for people to pick up the choreos. And like the way you say, someone who also used to teach dancing, you know how to break it down. You know like how to explain, and that is very important.
Yeah, I think the explanations, explaining in dance, and then also just like learning how other people learn. Oh. Because you can know how to teach, but if you only know one way to teach and then you get an actor that doesn't learn that way, like what are you going to tell them? Like, suck it up, do what I'm telling you to do? Like some situations, some situations you can, but for the most part, I liked growing up doing martial arts and then also teaching martial arts and teaching dance. Like it's just different energies, still the same. I got a lot of my discipline from martial arts. So when I bring that over to teaching dance, I would always come in very strict and very like resting bitch face. And then they're like, oh shit. And then, then you work your way down and
speaking of strict, up. On your Insta, nobody cares, work harder. Fucking love that. Honestly, I love that.
That's my favorite quote of all time.
Yeah, it's just...
Renarspodcast.